Now, as far as processor requirements, SQL Server requires an Intel Pentium 166 or better. What does that mean? Well, it means that SQL Server doesn't run on a 486. Also, one of the things that you should notice is that DEC Alpha is no longer supported. The website generally states 64 meg of memory is the minimum. 64 meg is not really enough to do anything, especially with Windows 2000. Additional memory is required for replication and for large databases. You're not going to be asked this on the exam anyway, but just be aware, more memory is almost always better. As far as the disk requirements, typical install of 250 and a full install of 270, well, you see what the requirements are. One thing I would like to mention right here is about disk controllers, since we're talking about the system requirements. You should only allow write caching on a disk controller that is specifically designed for databases. Otherwise, database integrity can be compromised. Now, you need to contact your hardware vendor if there's a question. Now, write caching does provide performance improvements, but only allow it for properly configured controllers. Now, the kind of controller we're talking about here is not a $400 controller. We're talking about your $1,200 or $1,500 disk controller. Just do not allow write caching unless you are sure that the controller is for databases. When you install SQL Server on the file system, you can install it on NTFS or FAT. Use NTFS. FAT file system files cannot be secured. You want your database files to be secure. As far as the operating system, SQL Server 2000 runs on Windows NT 4.0 Server and Workstation with Service Pack 5. It runs on Windows ME and 98. Of course, it runs on Windows 2000 and requires Internet Explorer 5.0 or better.